advice that I had to refer to from time to time.
Good
and I mean
advice.
that.
Oh.
I mean that. And,
Okay.
you know, I mean, the Lord has made my nose brown enough.
Right.
You know, but I really seriously want to, you know, thank you for all of those conversations that we had when it was just an idea, just a dream.
Well, it was a pleasure talking with you about a lot of things, and we've both come a long, long way.
Absolutely.
So, but it's good seeing that you got the album together, that you pulled together a collection of musicians,
great
and,
musicians,
some singers too. Now,
absolutely.
Jim here is on that album with you.
Yes, he is.
And I didn't know at the time. I saw Jim playing, but I didn't know Jim.
Yeah.
But Jim plays a very sweet sax. If you love music, you will love hearing him. I mean, the album, you know, sounds a lot like jazz. In fact, I took the album because you gave it to me and told me to play it.
Right.
I put it in my CD and I played it all the way to Virginia.
Is that right?
This past weekend, and it was really nice. It made those 8 hours go by really nice, and
that's
it
great.
sounded a lot like jazz, like soft jazz.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of different styles of music that's on there. We couldn't really pinpoint what we would call it and how we would place it in the store, so we kind of made up our own title and called it Alternative Christian Funk, because it's like a stew.
All right. The local artists that are performing on this CD, Perseverance, is a list of who's who are playing in locally in the churches and some of the clubs around town.
Absolutely.
So could you give me a rundown on who these people are?
Sure. We have the very dynamic Cliff Barnes on keyboards, B.B. Bentley, who I'm sure everyone in the Youngstown area knows.
Okay, don't go too fast.
I'm sorry. We have Carl Davis, great singer, doing a lot of backup vocals for us. The beautiful and wonderful Carla Gibson. James Harrod, of course, who you're meeting this morning. Janice Jones, who is also a co-writer on two of the songs, and great vocalist. Karen Fears Mooring, who I'm sure everyone in the Youngstown area knows, and the dynamic prophetess, as I call her, Janet Wright, who's minister of music at New Bethel Church, and man, she does some powerhouse stuff for us. So it's a stew.
You got another producer, Jim, here.
Jim, the cut Yo-Yo, as a matter of fact, the one that we're shooting a video on. We're in pre-production for the video right now, and James and I came together, and he put the melody lines down, and he's a co-writer on Yo-Yo. So that was the first song that we had hooked up on. I kind of pulled him out of retirement, if I can,
really?
if I can use that.
He had retired already?
Oh, yeah, he had put the saxophone down, and you know, when it was time to look up who can we get for the woodwinds, James was the first one that
you got him out of retirement, because
definitely.
That's a talent that's too sweet to let sit around and be dormant, you know. I
agree. And James came around, and after Yo-Yo, I mean, it was just like I was calling them back on every other session. I need a saxophone here. I need a saxophone here. You know, and just plugging them. And golly, man, he does a wonderful job.
Well, you know what? I think we ought to hear some of the music that you guys have produced, and want to get an idea of who produced or who performed on some of this first cut that we've got here.
Excellent.
Yeah, so tell me.
I don't know which first cut you're playing.
Okay, well, Tom, let's hear it and let's see what we got then. Jere B and Perseverance. Took you 3 years to put it all together, but it's here, and you're out touring, and people can see you. James over here is blowing away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that had, you know, if anyone heard what I said when I first went into this about him playing, and it sounded a lot like jazz, and it's a sweet horn.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's the only way you can describe it. The horn is sweet. So I'm saying that you would enjoy the entire album. I know people are saying CDs now. I'm still old school.
That's all right.
It's still an album to me. But what was that cut?
That cut was Yo-Yo, as a matter of fact. That's the one.
And that's the one he co-produced, right?
Absolutely. And part of our touring
James is quiet. Is he always this quiet?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you catch him at his
moments. All right, I'm just sitting here enjoying.
I'm glad you came out of retirement. I hope everybody else liked the fact that you came out of retirement as well.
Well, I'm glad that it worked like that, because Jere and I have known each other since high school, you know, and there were a lot of things going around when we grew up. You know, since we were in high school and we came back together, and it just feels so good to reunite again. You know what I'm saying? For the sole purpose of delivering this ministry that God has given us to share with others.
Okay. And before the day is over with, we're going to talk a little bit about sound doctrine too.
Excellent.
I know we're running down on our first part of the show, so somewhere along the line we need to, when we come back from break, we need to talk a lot about sound doctrine and what that all means, because that's the name of the tour.
That's the name of the tour, absolutely, and the name of the band.
Right.
You know.
And if you want to look for this CD on the website, you need to look up SounDoctrine as well. SounDoctrine.com.
Right. And there's a lot of places the Lord has opened up for us, so we'll talk about that.
All right, then. More Perseverance and Jere B when Sunday Mornings with Ode continues.